And that's what we're doing today. So welcome everyone to this Solo Self-Found journey. We're actually going to throw on the life split too. We're going to have to... Oh shit, I can't throw on the life split because I don't have it on this PC yet. We choose Sorg. I was thinking about doing Necro, but Necro is a bit too easy for me. Druid would be also too simple, right? So I was like, Sorg is the strongest build this season that people might go for. That's where the Solo Self-Found journey probably makes sense to dabble with. So we'll choose her. Hardcore. Campaign done. And this is a Solo Self-Found. That's what she's called. And it's too long. So it's SSF, it's self-found. I don't have space for more. We're going to do everything that we can in our own power without interacting with anyone ever in any way. Okay? That should be possible, right? And I want to see, like, how long does it take? How long does it take to power? We also don't have Paragon points, if I'm not mistaken, right? Because hardcore Paragon points are not shared. So this is the best way of showing this off, if it makes sense to you, right? If you would have started from the very beginning on, I even missed skill points, so we have 11 skill points, but if I had the Nahantu skill points, right, we would actually sit at 1 skill point more. So I'm short. It's kind of funny to me, actually. Let's pick up everything. We're also at 0 gold, more or less, right? So that's also nice. We're beginning from the very beginning. We're going to start with the enhanced firebolt. Let me see if I have everything up that I wanted to have up, because I was looking for where's my planner? Where's my own level planner? Because else I forget what I do, right? Don't look at my own planner. We're going to start with the firebolt and do some burning enemy stuff in the beginning. Wonder, can you actually start off with Hydra? You could probably start off with Hydra, right? Oh no, I don't have enough skill points to actually start off with Hydra. That's crazy. We can do the fireball in the beginning. Strap for this. Well, we'll see how it goes. Maybe I'm going to hate it. Maybe I'm going to like it. The beginning is relatively simple. The thing is, we don't even have our seasonal powers. So this is what I found so interesting about the whole journey here right now. That we don't have the seasonal powers. We have nothing, right? This is my hardcore account. My hardcore account does not have a single thing. Okay, well, and if we die, and that would be sad. Solo Self-Found hardcore run, yeah, we'll start with some fireballs. It usually start with chain lightning, but I'm gonna give this a try. Okay, so we have Hydra already. Plan is to do some Hydra adjacent leveling. We're probably going to choose the Burning Hydra because Burning Hydra should turn out to be more powerful than the Crit Hydra in the beginning, right? So, like, we get this. I think you can have 2 Hydras, right? Probably gonna die to something really stupid. I cannot pick up the item. Not entirely. And now we get the Burning Hydra, right? Such a nice damage boost. Wonder how this is going to feel now without, like, any sources of anything. I do like to start with a disadvantage. Like, I don't know how you feel about this, but for me personally, doing something like a Solo Self-Found run is always interesting, as it kind of introduces a bonus challenge. It's homemade challenge, right? So this is no, like, challenge that the game natively provides, because when are you going to play Solo Self-Found, right? But I like that the bonus challenge it provides. Akarani, no, we're not doing that right now. Thank you. Cold, so cold. Level 5 already with a burning. Wonder if the first thing I should pick up is here, like, the protection, so we at least get a little bit of a barrier if I use cooldowns. Might be reasonable. Dude, these burning hydras are crazy. I mean, technically you should just go here for the primordial binding, because I summoned 2 hydras, right? We already get bonus mana regeneration and everything. I can go primordial bindings and just throw fireballs. Are you gonna play till you die, or are you gonna keep on trying? Well, I won't die. I mean, honestly, it's just really, really hard to actually die in Diablo. The only way how I would die is if I just don't pay attention, right? I mean, during leveling, if you die, it's usually because you went into a too high difficulty for no reason. And we're not planning to do that in any capacity, right? When if you play normal difficulty, there is just there's no way you die. Okay, bonus monsters. Let's see. Can we get this done, chat? Can we right away get the maximum? Most of the time, some creators die in hardcore is they either died for views, or they died because they were doing something ridiculous for views. Right? Hardcore people don't just die. A triple GA? Wow, damn, that's quite impressive, sir. I'm not mad. I just want a triple GA as well. Right? You remember the Landside Druid build, the one with Poison Creeper? Do you think that's possible anymore? No, because it was called Doomstorm. And the reason why Doomstorm doesn't work is because they changed something about the internal cooldown of how the storm works. And that actually tremendously weakened the build. So Doomstorm was cool for the time being as it did work. But those times where it did work are sadly over. As much as we like Doomstorm. But Blizzard was like, nah, Doomstorm should not exist. Don't want that. Should probably like get the familiar running as well. Okay, we almost get the 6 together, Chan. Good start. Without powers, without anything, I'd say we did pretty damn well. Damn, we even get a legendary item out of this. I thought it was impossible to get a legendary item early. Right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, we already get ourselves an aspect of disobedience. Easy. I like that. Get a triple master Checo into CDR. Damn, son. Something I'll never own. Nor do have the patience for that. Hardest thing is evading the Infernal Butcher. Should be doable though with Sorg. Because you can actually kill him, right? Okay, we already have our level up. We get a power finally, Chad. Sort of power, and we get a thingy, jiggy majiggy. Good job. Okay, we get the burn, we get the thingy. We'll do the familiar here for bonus damage, but we don't probably need it. What quest did we get? We got gain Herodic Knowledge. Okay, for gaining Herodic Knowledge, we'll go into the Helltide now. Was it fun and chaotic? It was. If you die, your Paragon is also gone. No. Is this the first time you played Diablo 4 Hardcore? No, we did play Diablo 4 Hardcore back in the days when there were 100 levels left. Since the 60 change, Hardcore got vastly easier. I mean, with 100 change, it was like way harder because like you were usually jumping world tiers pretty early, and then you were under leveled in world tiers. So that's obviously like quite the difference experience. That's something that like is obviously changed. Oh, one thing I forget is I need to take my mercenary with me. Wouldn't it be better? So that's my big question. Isn't it like great to straight away take Rahir with elemental resistance? John? You can solo pit 70, but what do you farm to get better? Infernal Hordes, Hell Tides, anywhere where you get loot pretty much. So, wherever you feel like, sir. Reisberg, thank you very much for your subscription and support, Mr. Reisberg. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the team. Yeah, we got our... We got our instant reputation reward. One thing I'm not looking forward to is probably having to redo the class quest. Oh... Yeah, that's a bit of a bummer. I'll probably have to redo the class quest. And the whole leveling portion is going to be relatively simple. I just wonder how long it's going to take, right? As a Sorc, it should go relatively fast. We don't even have the hearts to summon the Maiden of the Helltide, which I find super funny. So this is why I wanted like the full Solo Self-Found experience, right? We have nothing. Don't even have the hearts to summon something. We're getting all the statues. I'm missing 6 statues of Lilith or so, and my renown is not perfectly done. So when I get to level 60, I will actually miss Paragon points, which is like an actual problem. But since we're doing quite some dungeons, maybe I will be able to get the last of my renown done this time around. That'd be incredibly useful. Tony almost died looking at the map. Fantastic. Real gamer experience there. Like, so yeah, slight non-perfect situation, but hey, we'll make it work, chat. I mean, this puts only more credibility on the Solo Self-Found journey, right? We manage it without missing reputation and everything. Waiting for the solo world boss because no one else will do it in HC. It surprises me because world bosses, like staying alive on world bosses, is not really hard. It depends on the world boss, actually. Sorry. Depends on the world boss. Topic staying alive. So some of them are annoying. I got a rune, so if I actually do get the Circe rune combo, the Zen, the Shem, need to get the Circe rune combo, then I use it, right? Surely. You need things for the sorceress, I'd be happy to help. And Nathan, we're doing the Solo Self-Found journey. Solo Self-Found means, well, Solo Self-Found, right? So thank you for offering. I have a fully equipped sorceress. I have everything. My sorceress has already done pit 100. Like, we're cool. But we wanted to recreate the whole Solo Self-Found vibe, that when you're like really playing alone, that how would it feel again? So that's what we're doing right now. And for the love of God, I can't even kill the Helden, the Maiden of the Helltide, right? So we don't have what it takes. Right. Don't mind me, just farming the Brute Mother. I really did not want to go alongside this side. But you can't actually. No, I wanted to say you can summon the Hydra down there, right? I'm not going to be difficult about it. Okay, there's another. We're just trying to get the last 30 cinders so we can leave the Helltide and make our way over. Also, anyone else having like very humid, annoying weather right now? It's terrible. Holy Christ. Fighting for survival here. Should be getting like 60 today. Definitely gonna farm like my Arcana and my Powers and everything again. That's why I don't want to spend like too much time right now going for doing here. Because obviously like my cool Arcana and everything are waiting for me. We're gonna get all the powers back. 31 Celsius right now. Well, that sounds god awful, my friend. Everything that begins with a 3 is too much. Temperature-wise. And Germinate's just like been humid for way too long now. It's vastly annoying. You're just trying to survive and the world is like, nah, we don't actually want you to survive. You know, we hate you. Do you know that cooldown reduction affects your mount's spur? I found that out this week. Now I can fast ride indefinitely. I heard about it. I did not give it a go myself. But I've heard for a fact that that is actually true. People were talking about it as they leveled up their sorceress. We're like, wow, did you know that this is possible? And you're like, no, I didn't. That's crazy. Oh, sword and a ring. Damn. Okay. Use the Nightmare Sigil. Get into a strong room. Let's go. They have AC in Germany. Not normally. We have kind of AC in our house. A room cooling solution. It helps. Certainly. I totally teleported down there, and I won't accept that you're saying I didn't. I'm sorry, Chan. But I absolutely did. When's the Sword class quest? 15, right? Please tell me I get the Source class quest done, because I really don't want to do it. I don't want to do it at all. That Burning Hydra is just absolute love. Oh! Oh, chat. The butcher. The butcher. A hardcore experience. Drink vanilla Coke? No, that's Coke 0000. Okay, I'm alive. Chat, I'm alive. We did it. Whew. Did you do the PC unboxing? Yes, the last live stream, there is actually the PC unboxing in the last 30 minutes. And Venna, thank you for the 10 months of support. Very good to see you there. So we have done the PC unboxing already. We're actually, for a fact, playing on the new PC. We already recorded a new video on the new PC as well. So we've already been using it. And it's been doing well. Okay, so first dungeon. Goddamn butcher already. Great. You know, just stepped out in the world and the game's like, hey, you know what? Vohayo. Bunch of bullshit. I stress for you, Katie. Good after, boob. Nah, I'm good. Given a Dark Omen key, well, I'll be fair. I didn't even look at what the Nightmare Dungeon said. Imagine actually paying attention to that. Come on now. Can't be having that. Is there any build that can reasonably clear all content in Wheelchair for all bosses without a single mythic unique? Yes, Sword can. Druid can. Necromancer can. Most of the S tier builds can actually do that, sir. Only that the mythics make life easier for you, but they're by no means mandatory. Mythics are a shortcut. What class do you find the most fun in Season 9? Druid. Druid has 2, 3, 4 amazing builds. So it's pretty damn good. Okay, Horadric Vials. We can actually upgrade our powers, but for that we need to get the disintegrate first. So I won't spend a single cent until I get disintegrate. And then we're talking. Is this dungeon not supposed to have like a strong room in it? Pretty sure. How's D4 now? I stopped playing completely in Season 2 as I didn't have much to do. Well, the game is vastly different to Season 2, sir. There are no more 100 levels. There are no more world tiers. There is Torment tiers now and whatsoever. So it's a complete different game. Mythics are not needed for regular content, but they are needed to push hype hits. Exactly, but the man asked for a build that can reasonably clear all the content. And, well, you know, I don't consider hype hits any kind of content. They're more just like ego boosting. I mean, if you want to be ego boosting, then be my guest, right? The only thing you need with a sword is the amulet and the tempers and masterworks, right? It's the big thing. And aspect wise, it doesn't hurt to get the aspect of Serpentine. Finally, hardcore, Johan. Well, Johan, hardcore was the only way how I could replicate the Solo Self-Found journey, so here we are. Okay, was this not here supposed to be a strong room thingy? I'm pretty sure I opened up a nightmare dungeon with a strong room, but for some reason we're not getting a strong room. Has me in all kinds of shambles now. Ice blades instead of the firebolt. Don't mind me maintaining just all my summons. I heard they're going to change skills where they want to build the finding a legendary improve on it. Well, there are going to be changes definitely coming in the future to the game. I have seen a lot of the changes, but I can't really tell you anything about it. Don't you have to do quest time for the first strong room? But that we did, sir. We are already on our second quest off the quest line. So if you want to play Hydra, your skills the build definition and legendaries will improve it. Yabba dabba doo. I mean, the good thing about Hydra Sork is you can pretty much level with it, right? And get the most out of it. I'm not even using my core skill anymore at this point, as you can see. Right? Play Spiritborn this season, sir. We have played every single class, and we have made a build for every single class already. And now we are looking for bonus challenge. So here we are doing a hardcore solo self-found journey to have a reason to still exist. Right? It's more about showing people what's like really possible against solo self-found. As we often see, like people talk about bot mats and so on. So I really wanted to do the whole like no Belial mats, chat, no dupe material, no interacting with players, no like you're trading for gold, that kind of stuff, right? Just playing. We'll see how well that works out, or when I really don't want to play anymore. Best way to play? I mean, best way to play in Path of Exile, I agree. For Diablo, it feels like you're only punishing yourself by not trading, right? So in Path of Exile, it's like if you don't trade, you just enhance the own fun you're having. But in Diablo, it's like, oh, you're not trading. Well, why are you hating yourself? You know? That's funny. Didn't know you were hating yourself. Oh, I know. Wait, I pick up the Arcanas automatically, right? They changed that. Ladies and gentlemen, they finally changed it that the Arcanas are being picked up automatically. So I don't actually have to pay attention to Arcanas anymore. It's kind of useful, right? Okay, strong room done, but we're also should just finish the Nightmare Dungeon. Same there. I mean, we're talking about Solo Self-Found finishing the seasonal journey. So again, Steven, we're not talking about pushing the pit. We're not talking about that kind of stuff. I'm talking about getting to level 60, Torment 4, and finishing pit 75. That would be the Solo Self-Found journey for me. Start and an end. Fixed points, because obviously, like, the journey is where kind of, like the seasonal journey is what you want to finish to get, like, that seasonal journey skin, right? So, yeah. Seems to be wholly possible for me, right? Karragar, handing that in, getting the new power, and then like until we get disintegrate, things are gonna be greetings to Brazil, my friend. Okay, level 15. Oh wait, do I have? No, I don't have it unlocked, chat. I need to do the quest. Oh no, so bad. I mean, it seriously is bad, right? Doing the quest again hurts the inside of my brain. Astral Pillar. Don't mind if I do. 2 more rings. I don't want to have an ultimate. Not yet. When we get damage reduction, we get the barrier here for life spending. Teleportation. Have you done all the renown in hardcore? No, I have not done all the renown in hardcore yet. That's okay. Is this the new PC, Thorn? Yes, we're playing currently on the new PC. But for Diablo 4, I mean, Diablo 4 runs on a toaster, right? Diablo 4 runs officially on a toaster. By the way, one thing I just noticed as we're leveling, Chad, I'm getting... And there's a statue of Lilith I haven't unlocked. I'm getting double rewards. Double rewards. Very good. Alrighto. So you got 2 mythics with Jace. Mythics always have a Jace, sir. Oh, wait, 2 Jace, you mean? So generally speaking, Mythics always have GAs, in case you didn't know that. One of my favorite events because you just finish it instantly. Right? Can I find the new PC specs? Oh, we'll have a stream dedicated to the PC and then also linked to this PC and everything. I just merely set it up now. So we get it running. I can already record videos on the new PC, so that's good. Everything is working in that regard. It was already step 1, right? Again, any multiple GA mythics yet? I mean, we get that 4 GA starless guys that we can obviously use in our hardcore account. Is it worth playing now or rather avoid? Well, that's completely down to you, sir. I mean, I have deemed the game worth playing now for every single season that I've played. If you like Diablo 4's core gameplay loop, you will always be happy with Diablo 4. The thing is that most people don't actually like Diablo 4's core gameplay loop, right? Because otherwise they would play. Like, ignoring that there's obviously things that need to get fixed and so on, right? But yeah, if you don't enjoy the core gameplay loop, then that's that. Does Diablo take more than 32 gigabytes of RAM in high settings? I play with 32 gigabytes of RAM. And I played on all settings ultra. Okay. Help, I beg you. Isn't the Forgotten Codex in the second part of the dungeon? I think it is, right? Or should be. You're playing a new account? No, this is on hardcore. On hardcore, you don't have your renown. On hardcore, you don't have your gold. On hardcore, you don't have your stash, that kind of stuff. So I actually was trying to get a new account that has like the campaign already done and everything. So if I could find an account online, but I couldn't find that. So I actually had to play hardcore because otherwise I would have just played on a complete fresh account, right? But I wanted to at least have like the hardcore, the renown journey done as like it's really pain to play without any kind of resources and that kind of stuff. I mean, who wants to start with like 4 skill points less or so? Turn to Mordrin. Can do, sir. Is this Solo Self-Found? Yes. This is in fact Solo Self-Found. Inflicted Solo Self-Found, right? Because there's no real Solo Self-Found option in the game. You can't just turn the game Solo Self-Found. You can only play as if you're Solo Self-Found. Give me a second. Need to yell the wife. Huh? Happy button. Yeah. Back up. Boy. What resists and damages do I need to farm tier 2 on hardcore? Well, I mean, 75 resist would be great. And 1,000 armor would be great as well. I mean, as soon as you're level 60, you want 1,000 armor and you want your resistances as maximumed out as you can early on. Right? So what can I tell you? Use the Juggernaut aspect. Use items that give you maximum elemental resistance, especially if you have like one of the uniques that gives you like here the boots for maximum elemental resistance or whatsoever. Where are you in Germany? In Germany. The new PC going for you, Dark? It's working without a hitch and an issue. I mean, I installed all my tools, right? I got DaVinci on and I got Photoshop on, so I get all the things on that I need to have on. And it's working. Oh, no one knows that, William. Which exact German state I would live in. Oh, what do I need to do? Oh, slay more demons. I can't shake the feeling that playing Hydra Sork, you're actually pretty defensive. I wonder if I just still also play Disintegrate or... Okay, here, put that Fireball in, I guess for now. I mean, technically I want to put Familiar in that when I summon, each time you summon a Conjuration, that we have a chance to like summon a Familiar. Because then we would have more summons and that would be great. Quam. Cast Evade, get movement speed. Got it. Keeper of Glen. Okay, we need to go in another Nightmare Dungeon. So we do Domheim Tunnels. I think Domheim Tunnels also had it in the second part. It's actually a scam. You play your Diablo 4 here. Any advice? Finish the campaigns, finish the Renown, and then have fun, Zandy. But you definitely want to do the campaign and the Renown, because if you don't do the campaign and the Renown, you'll like have to do this the next season and the next season. Like you want to knock these things just out, right? So as soon as you have them done, you'll never have to do them again. But at least like your first time playing, just sit there and enjoy. I don't actually know how the complete new player experience is right now with like the campaign and everything. I think it should be pretty good regardless. Great video you post on YouTube. You mean the feedback video? I did enjoy that one really much. I mean, it's like I enjoy Diablo, but there's obviously issues to talk about every now and then. More issues than mentioned in that video. Pillar speed. Monsters do more damage, but that shouldn't matter. It just simply shouldn't matter because, well, they don't have damage, right? Vielen lieben Dank. Oh wow. Habe ich denn heute noch was vor? Anscheinend. My wife brought me just the gigantormous coffee. Chan. The coffee for the big boys. Seems like I got something to do later on. Lilith is still bugged after they rolled out a patch. Damn, son. I couldn't imagine doing Lilith on hardcore ever. To be honest with you. Because she's just too much of a random bag of bullshit, right? Even on Torment 1, if you do all the damage, it might be that you just die to something very stupid at her, right? Like that one of her blips that she's shooting out, like she's shooting these bolts of blood out that hunt you down, right? That they just turn to be lethal suddenly. Or more lethal than they have any right to be. That's just how it goes with Madame Lilith. Sometimes shit hits the fan and doesn't make much sense. You're just wondering yourself, what the fuck is going on? I feel like I got the 6 here, chat. Come on, give me the good chest. Oh, that's actually a really sad chest. We have a reactive ooze unlocked. Whee! Only that we don't need reactive ooze. Chat, listen! We got reactive ooze unlocked. Only that we don't need it. That's so bad. Okay, let's go back to talk to Brona. Before D4 came to Game Pass, I enjoy completing the seasonal content and follow all of your GA builds. Greatly attainable, which I appreciate. Alex, no problem. Love to do that. I'm happy you're enjoying what we put out there. Very kind of you. So for hardcore, would it make sense if I put points here into the barrier first, that I just always bury it up? Like trying to think about where do I really want to have points in, right? Where do I want to spend points right now? What would make me the tankiest? Right, if I'm already playing hardcore, like, do you even play glass cannon in hardcore until very late? Did I also get disintegrate? Ah, we finally get disintegrate. So now we can spend our Herodic knowledge we have. Wah, ha, ha, to level it up to level 13 right away. I mean, with the amount of damage that you're getting, like you're sitting instantly at 4,000 damage, while my Hydra does 12. I had someone tell me, chat, okay, so like, you know that we're all stupid, right? We're obviously all stupid. But I had someone tell me, like in my video, I said, hey, you know that right now, it seems like that one of the powers is a bit stronger than the others, that disintegrate is doing more damage, right? And then, like you can clearly see, obviously, the multiplier difference between disintegrate being like 3k and that being 64 damage, right? Even if I upgrade it. And the person was like, yeah, you know, like the reason disintegrate does so much is because damage over time, obviously. And you're like, sir, you like, even if it is damage over time, it's still doing 10 times the damage, right? You like, your point is mood. Why disintegrate over anomaly when they count as summons? What do bonus summons use me when like disintegrate does 40 times the damage of the summons? I mean, with the disintegrate, I do pretty much this here, and then I wave the disintegrate through and everything dies. So why would I go for the summons when I can just destroy everything? Right? Enlighten me. And now that I do have disintegrate, I could technically ignore the quest line, right? Isn't that how it works? Doesn't the NPC fill up pretty good? Thanks for asking. It's working like a charm. I was wondering which is the best class overall in D4. Speed farming, stuff like that. Right now, it's Sork. It changes from season to season. It's never Necro, though. No matter how strong Necro becomes, no matter how speedy Necro is, it will never be the fastest speed farmer. Because it's Necro, and it doesn't have a movement ability. So no matter how powerful, you know how it is. You're always going to... Oh my goodness, doesn't the wolf spirit need me to clear the Tuldulra quest? Oh, I don't really want to do that. No, 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 no. I mean, I really don't need the other powers, so like, do I even need to do the quest to get the other powers? It's only for the main power, so I don't get anything else there, right? Yeah, you know what? Like, let's just ignore that and just keep dishing into Horodric strong rooms right now. That's the thing, right? I gotta go into strong rooms until I have all my Arcana, especially the unstoppable Arcana, I guess, right? Anvina, good to see you there. Anvina, wonderful, good greetings. Wait, do you get the infusions also from the quest? I wasn't sure if the quest also provided the infusions. I like, you know? It's been a second. I'm gonna get to see you there. I hope life finds you healthy and wealthy. Everything is going all righto. It does. Oh man, and I'm being forced to actually go through the quest, but I don't want to clear Tuldulra right now. I guess. I guess, Chad. Does it feel like playing hardcore as someone who doesn't play hardcore? No, not really. Like, I mean, I don't particularly pay more attention to the game. I don't particularly try harder. I just play. You're doing the strongholds as leveling or just chilling? Isn't doing the strongholds just chilling, sir? How many heads to make pit 90? Pit 90 can be done with 10 heads. And pit 100 can also be done with 10 heads. So you don't need the triple masterwork temper for that. But that being said, if you want to go further, anything than pit 100, right? The more heads, the merrier. I mean, like, I don't have to explain rocket science to you, right? Like, you get more heads, you get vastly more damage. Congratulations, who would have guessed? I think you could have figured that out yourself. Also, anomaly is pretty good with primordial binding. I mean, I have 6 summons currently maintained. It's not like you actually need the cosmic anomaly, especially not if disintegrate is so powerful. Next season they'll probably buff Barb. No, don't buff Barb. Buff it where it belongs, in the gutters. Ignore Barb. It's the big Barb downfall from now on. It's only more sadness coming. Next season they're gonna nerf like all the Barb skills. Down with Barb. Down with Barb. Did you kill that neighbor's Ivy? Dude. They're currently not taking proper care of it, so it's actually dying to the heat. So, one up for me. Of not having to resort to illegal plant murder of your neighbor's plants. I'll do it, don't get me wrong, I'll do it. Murder those plants. Don't lock me up, Twitch. I'm innocent. Who should I try to max out? I mean, there are tons of fun classes. I really enjoyed maxing out Druid this season. That being said, getting a Druid good Lightbringer is way harder than getting a good Ophidian Iris, right? Because an Ophidian Iris without a greater affix is already strong, whereas a Lightbringer needs a bit more to actually be strong, right? Probably the big downside of the Lightbringer. Okay. Still need to follow the wolves to get the infusion and everything because Chad said, Pony, you need to do that. I'm like, but I don't want to. I'm not. I hope you enjoyed the last video. Cheers, by the way, Chad. That's too hot. That's too hot. It's going to sculpt my face off. The Druid is pretty fun to max right now. You also have a couple of builds, so you can actually do the pulverized build, or you could do the, what was it called again? Oh, by the way, I get my infusions here, chat, as you can see. You can do the build that uses... Earth Spike, I think it was called. And it seems to be also doing numbers. It'll be a bit boring because you just stand max distance and hold down Earth Spike. If that is a fun playstyle for you, there we go. Wanted hardcore? Well, chat wanted to have like the OG experience of me going through the motions of the oceans. There's the wolf spirit. What is SSF? SSF is Solo Self-Found. Ergo, no trading, no interacting with other players. You're only allowed to use what you find on that character. No interaction between your characters as well. So like I don't have any materials, right? I don't have any gold. I started from 0. That's why we had to choose hardcore, because with hardcore I could start from 0 without a single hiccup, right? Wait, doesn't the wolf tracks go into Toldora? It doesn't. Huh? I thought it did. They have a solo self-found mode in D3. I mean, if they want to do leaderboards in Diablo 4 ever, it needs to be solo self-found leaderboards. Correct me if I'm wrong, Chan. Right? Because anything but a solo self-found leaderboard is just a joke. I think we can collectively agree on that. So self-found and normal leaderboards are different. Yeah, but normal leaderboards are just a joke because you just win them with your wallet, not with your skills. I mean, look at Elon Musk, right?
What's going on here?
Man just whips out the big wall and it's like, no, I'm actually good at Path of Exile 2. Trust me. Have you ever sat down with Blizzard to talk about features and more about the game? Have they ever invited you? Yes, last year I was at the Blizzard HQ. Before the expansion got released. That was quite the intriguing experience. I was obviously there to not talk about the expansion. I was obviously there to just eat dinner and like meet the Blizzard developer team. That's it. Right? But yeah, the developers are truly interested in actually making the game better. I mean, I've met all the people that you see in these campfire chats. I've talked to all the people that you see in the campfire chats. So they truly do care. You can't actually say, you know, damn. The developers, they don't just give a fuck. I just really like, after meeting the actual devs and seeing like how they interact with each other and how they work as a team, I'm just like, I would really like to know how much it's like someone sitting on top of them with their thumb pressing down on them. That makes sense, you know? So I know that the actual team cares and wants to make the game better. But then I don't know how much like someone like Rod Ferguson is just sitting there and being like, no. There was a meeting a few days ago, and every streamer said it was very positive and big things are coming to the game. We can only hope. Yep. They shared some intriguing stuff with us, but we cannot tell you anything in detail. I hope that after Gamescom I can tell you more things, chat. I truly hope that after Gamescom I'm allowed to share more news. I mean, probably at the Xbox presentation or something. There's also going to be a Diablo presentation, hopefully. So we'll be able to talk a bit more about things. In Solo Self-Found, I ran out of gold. And I trade a few runes. I mean, it makes sense. End of the day, Philip, you should play how you enjoy playing. And in all fairness, gold should never be a limiting factor. Like, you being out of gold is actually the biggest joke, because there should never be a situation where you are out of gold. Right? I might sound like a broken record saying that. But if gold is holding you back, that sounds more like a design flaw than a game mechanic. Can you tell us if you're excited for the changes they've got coming? Oh, Joby, I mean, I'm excited for everything. You should never ask me if I'm excited for something. I'm like excited for a mouse farting, and I'm like, oh, that's so cute. Yes, they have shown interesting stuff, and I can't wait to see that stuff in action. Right? I worked with Joe Pepora at Turbine back when he was just QA and then an associate game designer. Pretty cool to see how far he's come with Diablo. Nerdvis. The industry is a small place, right? You always see people multiple times. It's always interesting. Reset masterwork and you're broke. Yeah, like, see, for example, in Solo Self-Found, I never reset masterwork. The problem is, as someone who is playing Solo Self-Found, as someone who is doing Solo Self-Found stuff, you are not actively encouraged to actually perfectly masterwork your gear. You're not actively encouraged to re-roll stats on gear, and yeah, you're actively encouraged in, so like, as a casual Diablo 4 player that doesn't want to trade, you finish the season and that's it. You don't actually try for more. By the way, that stutter, that was not the PC. That was just Diablo being Diablo, right? It's called a feature in nowadays modern games. The game is like, duck you, my friend. Speak with Briona in Tiermare. Jawohl, Briona, I'm coming to Tiermare. Let's see what you got for us. I don't even know what to look at Gamescom because there's often so many unreleased games that I'm not even aware of, right? Travel to the Scar. Ah, the Scar. I remember. The Scar was where you, for the first time, like where one of the druids was sacrificed. If I'm not mistaken, right? Wasn't he like chained to a tree and he was like, whip me, dad, harder. Like, but father, what the fuck is wrong with you? Walk the floor, you get into some adventures. I'll definitely have to make sure to sleep beforehand. Last year, Gamescom, I pretty much came back from the Blizzard HQ. I think I had 1 or 2 days of rest, and then we already had the Gamescom. And I was literally sitting with a friend inside one of the gaming rooms. So he was like checking out a new game. And I more or less like fell asleep on the chair next to him. Not because the game was so boring, just because I was kind of like done, you know? Just an empty shell that is still functioning. We get a release date for Titan Quest 2. I mean, Titan Quest was slated to get out in... like, the early access was supposed to start in August, so I guess soon, TM. Oh, retrieve the Fallen's hats. I got the Fallen's hats, and what do I do now with it? I put it into the... and then I gotta walk into the circle, right? For me, it feels like this Diablo isn't it. There has to be Diablo 5 in order for it to be actually Diablo. It doesn't feel fully finished yet in terms of the features it currently has, not just that. Well, the thing is, let's say they would actually make Diablo 5. Who says it doesn't turn out this way? Who? You know, like right now we have Diablo 4. Diablo 4 has a fixed path forward to how to fix it, how to get there, how to actually make the game better, right? So Diablo has an actual path to power that we know about. So the question is, right? Is it better to now ride this out and see where they can actually take it? Or would you rather, like, get a new game that might have new, different issues from the get-go? Right? I mean, we currently know, like, how Diablo 4 is more or less going to be developing and what, like, the plans are. So I'm positive, right?
She just needs time.
Okay, we need more reputation. So I guess I'm gonna go here. As a new PC, I had to like you know when you get a new PC that has a lot of case fans, and you don't actually tinker with the fan curve of your case fans. What happens is whenever there's a slight load, they go worm, and whenever the slope goes down, they go dude, and they go worm, and then dude. So the first thing you do is when you get a new PC with case fans, is like tinker with a face can curve, case fan curve, Jesus. Because otherwise it's gonna be like you're just like, okay, so appreciate it, you know, like it was fun in the first 5 minutes. Now let's not do that again. You ordered a new PC too, a Ryzen 9 6 with a water cooling system. Oh, sounds good, sir. Other than Borderlands 4, there aren't a lot of new games that will make it into my playmates. Wu Chang Fallen Feathers, my friend. You might have not heard of our queen of Wu Chang, but she's about to hit hard. Okay. That's a new Souls-like game. It's kind of like, it seems good so far from what we have witnessed. So personally can't wait to see what Wu Chang might have to offer. Oh, chat, look, he has 111 Paragon points already. Do you think his first character died? Or is he just leveling for the thrill of it? I don't know. Do hardcore players actually level up multiple classes, or do hardcore players just play one class? I need to know. I have quite a few. Okay, that's good to know. Wasn't sure if you actually make different ones or if you just play your character until it dies. You know? So like, I thought you play until Dave dies and then you just make new Dave. This was old Dave. This is new Dave now. Right? You're like, who the fuck is Dave? Okay. Is he being attacked by the Hellborn, chat? I feel like he's being swarmed. So, like, looked like that to me. Inferno. Yeah, we already gave up on our core skill, guys, because we don't need a core skill. Core skills are for losers. We got this under control already without a core skill, which is actually funny. Don't mind if I do. Oh, more Helltide Harbingers. Come here, Harbingers, whoever you are. And please, could I get invaded? I'd be fine. My rule, every class has one chance. I like that rule. You're pretty much saying every class gets one chance, and if it then doesn't work out this season, then you're gonna not try again. Unless you feel like it was a wrongful slight, and unfortunate things came together. Okay, 2 Harbingers. Give them to me. Thank you very much. Wouldn't it be better to keep your core skill? Technically, yes. Practically, like, my core skill wasn't doing any damage anyways. What's more fun to play, Hydrosorg or Pulverized Druid for casual players? Both builds have a very easy path to power, so you pretty much just have to choose your personal flavor. Do you like what the Jiggy Majiggy does, or is it not a cup of tea? Right? If you don't like the druid, then play the sorc. If you don't like the sorc, play the druid. It's hard to make an estimate there what you would enjoy more. As both are like they start strong, they be strong, they keep being strong, they don't really fall off in power. So yeah. I found the druid easier to get to pit 100, that's for sure. Definitely easier. What do people have billions of golds trading? Facts. That's why we're also started in the hardcore journey, because I have no gold. So this is all the gold I have gotten from this so far. And it makes for a more realistic experience. Oh, did I get a gift of the tree? I did get a gift of the tree. And a wand. We also got the Sur rune. That's important. Sur was cast 5 skills and then get it. Oh, I just need a rune to activate, right? Really go under 300 million. I mean, like... One time trying to craft an item and trying to get a certain affix could definitely bankrupt you. I mean, sometimes I just want to get like this here, lucky hit chance to make resource. And I pretty much just have to completely go out of my way to even remotely get close. Right? Good. Give me a short second. I'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, becoming a degenerate gambler is definitely the biggest problem. Because it's just going to burn through your funds, right? Oh, here, burning damage now? Mm-hmm. That one is huge. Combustion gives you so much more damage. Like, right away. Wait, did I not kill the... I killed the Hellborn, but I didn't get the Whisper. Because I wasn't ready. Frustrating. Frustrating. I play a build, get it maxed as I can. For me, that's P90 plus, and do another build. About a week for a character, then I do another build. Yeah, right now we take around like maximum 10 hours to get a character from 1 to 60 and fully maxed out into Torment 4, and then like, you know, at least pit 75. It goes surprisingly quick. Why isn't your druid build pulverizing? What do you mean? Did you watch the video that explains the build, sir? Or did you just look into the planner and then decide that's enough? I should be able to figure the rest out myself. No offense, I've just seen it often enough. Ja, bitte, meine Tochter. Oh mein Goodness, was hast du denn da? Meinst du nicht, du hast mit deinem Kakao und dann deinen ganzen Nutella-Broten heute schon genug Süßigkeiten genascht? Was hat denn die Mama dazu gesagt? Das ist aber schon sehr schwierig, dass die Mama dann gesagt hat, ihr sollt den Papa fragen. Was sind denn das für welche? Sind da Baller mit dabei? Okay. Naja, dann nimmt das mal mit und ihr dürft das oben aufmachen. Ja. Können wir zum Mittagessen Pizza bestellen? Warum denn Pizza bestellen? Ich weiß, dass du Pizza gern magst. Aber du warst am Freitag schon wo essen. Gestern meine ich, als wir im Monkey Town waren und danach. Mein Schatz. Oder? Nee. Also die Gummibärchen, die kann ich euch erlauben. Fürs Mittagessen, das müsst ihr mit der Mama klären, weil Mama wollte, glaube ich, was kochen. Nee, der Papa wird nicht alles entscheiden. Der Papa muss gerade sich um die Arbeit kümmern. Oha. Oha. Ja, können wir machen. Warum fragt mich denn überhaupt jemand? Ja, bitte Tür zu machen. Why am I even being asked if the decision is already made? Tja. Why am I even questioned? Sounds like a familiar discussion. Mom just offloaded the decision making to me. But actually the decision was already made, so was it a real decision? Was it a real decision? Like, Dad has to decide, but Mom said yes. It's like, well, so why even ask? As if I'm why even? It's okay. We test the Red Necro build. No, sir. I mean, the Red Necro is just a teleporting Blight Necro that has minions. That is now called Red Necro for some reason, whatever that's the name for it. Nothing special, nothing too exciting. I prefer my Blight Teleportation Necro over that, vastly. Your little girl's passed out on you? Yep. That happens, tiny humans. Okay, that was a very successful push here. We got a staff. We got a ring. We got another ring. And we got an amulet. And I need none of these, but we still have cool new items, so I guess I'll take it all, right? I thought you're American, Mr. C.O. Whiting. No, I'm German. I'm born in Germany, raised in Germany, living in Germany. Germany. Have I said Germany yet? Germany. Okay, we get the combustion. We get this up. We get the ulti to give us more damage. We're still missing hearts. We gotta, like, get the last reputation that we can go into a strong room again, that we can get more arcanas and kind of that stuff. Okay, they wanted to have pizza for dinner, for lunch. But it's 2 p.m. already, so was that like, do I have to order now? Do you need a power level? No, sir. We're doing Solo Self-Found. In case you're unfamiliar with that term, Solo Self-Found means that we are reproducing the journey, and that's why we're also playing hardcore. So we're playing without trading, we're playing without interacting with other players, where it's just me, myself, and I versus the game. The main reason we're doing it because people keep complaining that it's almost impossible without trading and so on to do things. So I just wanted to once again restart my journey. The only problem is we're missing the seasonal journey progression because I've already done the seasonal journey progression, so sadly I won't get that again, right? So I simply have to play without that. That's a minor bummer, minor bump in the road. So nothing too annoying, but something noticeable. Sounds painful. No, it's actually not painful. It's like really nice challenge. Like generally Solo Self-Found is how I, for example, play Path of Exile 2. And I wouldn't want to have it any other way. A Solo Self-Found gives you really a unique, fun journey that really puts it down to you yourself and you yourself. And there's no way to shortcut the whole thing in any means, right? If you suck, you suck. And if you don't find items, or if you're suck at finding items and you don't know what to farm, then you'll not progress, right? It's actually plenty fun way of playing. So give it a try every now and then. I mean, obviously you're going to be missing out on... How do I say that now? So as a Solo Self-Found player, you are obviously going to be weaker than someone who's trading. Because someone who's trading has the gold advantage. Someone who's trading has the dupe alignment advantage and that kind of stuff. But you also got to consider that when you're playing Solo Self-Found, that from a strength position, you should also never compare yourself to someone that's trading. Because you are just having less avenues to power, right? Trade is gone from you. And that's why I like the power curve that Solo Self-Found provides, as it's like a more real power curve compared to the unreal power curve that trading gives you, right? I mean, with trading, you can literally reach level 60 and then be like fully equipped already, right? That's not a very realistic power curve. Mm-hmm. 26 already, chat. We're going places. I appreciate you command of the American English, American language, including intonation. Just soothing to listen to. Well, I'm trying to have a relative clear speech. Like, nothing against my fellow American creators. But I often feel like there is a lot of non-clear pronunciations. There's a lot of American slang that Europeans and even other Americans are not used to. I mean, the amount of time I have, like, in the beginning, my World of Warcraft, in the beginning, my Call of Duty gameplay, I partially had no clue what the boys were saying. I was like, sir, these terms are not familiar to me, right? I don't know what a cap is and what a no cap is and a half cap and you know, I don't know what you mean, right? It often helps to just have as well pronounced English as it is possible for someone who's not native, right? Even though it seems to still fluster Americans around the globe how someone cannot be native. Like, oh no, there are people that are not natively speaking English? Gasp. My brain cannot comprehend. Like, yes, sir. You know, like, it's the people that are not born in America, like, that live in non-American countries, you know, like the rest of the world, pretty much. English is not the native language. Yeah, sir. I know. What? That crazy, preposterous. Yes. How is your English so fluent since you're in Germany? Well, I'm just full-time streaming now for 12 years, sir. This is my 12th year of streaming in English. So I'd either like improve a bit, or I just like really fucking suck, right? there's two ways. Like, you get at least some proficiency when you're talking to native speakers, and when you get consistently corrected by chat at every corner. I mean, it's not like we're just like playing, right? Like, no, like we're just existing to be consistently corrected by chat and be yelled at. This is not how you pronounce it, sir. Yeah, I know. I'm trying. Thank you. Appreciate your like concern. Thank you. You're so amazing. No hurt feelings. No, it also does help. I was, as a kid, 1 year in America. So that does help to develop an ear for the language. Especially if you do it as a kid, right? And that's something you keep with you for the rest of your life. Something that never leaves you. Like you're forever going to have a better ear for the language and more native understanding than not people that have had that. So that was definitely like a little cheat code. For sure. English is the default business language. We'll tell that to Germany, where we actually, talk German in business to each other. Surprisingly, because, when German companies do business with other German companies, they don't talk English. Shocker, I know. Also, when you do business English, you certainly don't have to learn how to pronounce magical terms correctly in a different language. So it's like, how can you not know this word? Well, sir, like in a common conversation, usually this word doesn't come up. Right? Last time I checked, some of these technical, magical fantasy terms don't appear in normal conversations. They're okay to mispronounce. Okay, chat, we're almost at level 30. We're in for 1 hour and 2 minutes so far. So rather relaxed little coming together. I mean, we were a bit faster leveling wise on the main servers, mainly because we had disintegrate fully leveled up, right? But I'm not really worried. We should be making the levels easy. I mean, the burning Hydra is like really mean, I have to say. It's quite crazy how much damage it does, especially since we got the burning Hydra together with the disintegrate. That means like that thing is going to get Hydra burned, damage over time, and then she's also being disintegrate burned, damage over time. So it's like the double trouble choking that's happening here. Okay. Just get to 60, still completing quests, but so confused what to farm for gears and all that sort. You have to get yourself Belial. You have to get yourself Duriel and Endariel mats. And now you're going to be killing Duriel and Endariel for your amulet. That's going to be a whole interesting experience. As soon as you join Torment 1, you should actually be able to kill these two, right? But I've never killed them on hardcore with the off chance of actually dying. I guess you would probably prefer Duriel over Endariel, right? Because against Endariel, there is a world where you could die if you don't really pay too much attention. Versus Duriel, you should usually be good enough, right? Unless you get hit by the poison. But again, like, Torment 1 shouldn't really play too much of a role, right? Yeah, and Daryl and Harker is too much of a risk. Like, you just have to literally just walk once into one of her stupid beams and that could actually take you out. Right? So, too high risk for too low reward, that's for sure. Okay, focus. I mean, what we have to hope is that we actually pick up a Serpentine aspect early, right? Because we don't have Serpentine yet. Okay, we got the next quest from Bariona. Unseeable gaze thingy. Oh, you actually went in there. Really appreciate your commitment to D4. I'm bored after playing for 10 minutes. Oh, don't worry. We won't be like so. Just in case you didn't know this, chat. Hi, name's Ponyhop. Love to see you there. We play a lot of D4, but we play other games as well. And today is hardcore. Probably tomorrow's hardcore. Then on Tuesday, it's most likely going to be Dune Awakening. And then on the day after Tuesday, which is Wednesday, that would be, is that the 23rd or the 24th? Today, actually on Thursday there's a Wu Chang Fallen Feathers, so there is a new game coming, like a new Souls-like game in with Chinese background story. That's made for good immersive fun gameplay, quite fast-paced, not too hard, with an interesting on-death mechanic. Ente, thank you for the Prime subscription and support. Ente, Dankeschön. Welcome back, partner. Remember you playing Hearthstone? It's 1 or 2 centuries ago, sir. To be precise, the last time I played Hearthstone card slinging was more or less 2016, right? Well, we've played some Hearthstone Battlegrounds, obviously, but mostly focused on anything that's not Battlegrounds. Ashraf, thank you for 50 gifts, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Ashraf being like a little bit too generous, sir. I mean, it's Sunday. I just said goodbye to extended family. It's a pleasure to have you all here. Thank you, Ashraf. That's a lot of money to give away 50 subs like that. Or 50 members. Sorry, not subs, members. Today we had an extended family for a visit, chat. And one of the extended family is an 8-year-old boy who is interested in becoming a YouTuber. So the question I asked my wife was if I should be nice to him or just hit him with the brutal reality of it. We settled for just be nice, right? We don't have to crush all illusions and everything yet. That comes later. I turned out to be nice. I gave him a mouse, so I had a mouse from a prior promotion just around here, and a mouse pad. You know, when you come to me and your extended family, you don't leave without gear, right? I'll always have something for you. That's the minimum I can do. Because I have another 5 mice here just in packages lying around from back from a Apex tournament, right? Just tell him you know live stream. Nah, but like I showed him. So we told him a bit about streaming, right? And we also I showed him like what it takes to make a video, like everything. That's not like, you know, if you want to make YouTube videos, you don't only have to like play the game, you also have to cut the videos. You also have to like, this is Photoshop, right? This is how a cut video actually looks. That's how average it takes. Just to give him a glimpse for, it's not just playing games, sir. There's like a bit longer cattail attached to that. You know? And for young kids, it's just like, oh, I just watched that YouTube video and there's this guy and he's playing and it looks like so much fun. And you know, I can see how that looks very appealing if you don't know what's happening behind to make that all happen, right? Understandable that kids would like to be YouTubers. And there's also nothing wrong with wanting to make YouTube content, right? If you're passionate about a topic, and let's be real, if you're passionate about a topic, and it doesn't even have to be gaming, having a YouTube channel is great, right? I know a lot of you are probably passionate about cars, but are you passionate enough to non-stop talk about it? A lot of you are maybe passionate about model trains, or, you know, whatever. So if you're passionate enough to non-stop have a conversation with other people about it, then go for it. Make a YouTube channel. I mean, I like gaming, and I like to help others become better at games. And that's why I actually do YouTube and live streaming, right? It's always been a joy for me to make guides of any form, way, and whatsoever, right? And I also tend to excel at games usually, right? Like whatever game I touch, in short time I become relatively good at them. And that combined together made it a pretty easy decision of what I would like to talk about non-stop. Do you get paid for playing the Chinese game? Oh, no. I don't have a promotion with them. This is just me. Like, I like the publisher 505 Games. It has always like it's known for good games publishing. So I trust them to not just publish some random crap. And I like the Chinese game is a Souls-like game. I love Souls-like games. So, you know, there you have me. When if you put that all together and not forget about Wukong, because Wukong was also a Chinese game, you shouldn't be surprised that we're even remotely interested in playing that, right? Ample good reasons to give it a go. Want to play Necromancer? What build should I go for? Minions. So Necromancer starts with minions, and then you also go into the Torment tier with minions, and then you later swap away from minions for something else, or you just keep playing minions all the way to the end. So that's like, you don't actually ever have to go away from minions. You could also just keep doing the minions. Like, no reason to ever stop being that. Okay. We don't need that there, then thy. Rings with 303. 302. I got a new Arcana. So the Arcana is Invoke Catalyst grants resistance of the element of your infusion. I mean, to have or not to have. How much did it cost to max out an Arcana again? 100 and then 200. Oh. Yeah, I mean, I first want to max out the damage Arcana, probably. Yeah, Minion is just a no-brainer. Like, we don't have to discuss that, how good Minion is, right? Speaking of games, what's your opinion on the last boss of the Lies of P DLC? Don't you start about the Lies of P DLC, or I'll be gushing, my friend. Right? I'll be gushing. I mean, it is still Piotr, good to see you there, partner. Piotr, what are you doing on YouTube and not on Twitch? I know my boys. Sir, you're in the wrong platform. You good there? Someone took you hostage? Damn, where were we? Arlecchino for Lies of P. Insane Kasparov. I mean, Arlecchino was like a very nice twist. Like his whole design was just S tier. For me personally, I don't know if you play Lies of P, chat. I'm sorry for gushing here a little bit, but Lies of P is the top tier Souls-like game next to Elden Ring. And I think anyone that actually played it can attest for that. By the way, do I just keep rocking the mana shield here right now? I kind of feel like it helps to like have a consistent bonus damage reduction as I use cooldowns, but I'm not entirely sure that's even the vibe I should be going for. I always, both on YouTube and Twitch, when I go to the computer, the TV upstairs is still playing the YouTube. I mean, the YouTube does have the better quality. Let's be real about that, Katie, right? Twitch might have nowadays 265, and I could stream in 2K on Twitch. But YouTube having AV1 is just a steal. What is AV1 for the people that are unaware? So AV1 is that encoder that allows me to, let's say I use 8 Mbit to upload to Twitch. And if I do the same with AV1, I get quad the quality. So we're talking about 4 times the quality, but for like the same bitrate pretty much. We need to leave here because I'm very close to getting invaded. Need to actually leave. So same bitrate, more quality. I don't have to essentially upload more data. Oh, Diablo has been getting like even more weird as of late. Good luck, my friend Noor. Thank you for the 31 centuries of Subadovers, Mr. Noor. I mean, we're doing well. I'm not at all worried right now, hardcore wise. Unless Diablo like just kills me with a random like of their memory leak stutters, right? That can always happen. Like Diablo is so unreal for that, right? The whole game is running perfect, everything is good, like you have 0 issues, and then Diablo's like, ah, wait, hold, hammer time, full freeze. Like, but Diablo, I'm surrounded by enemies. I don't want hammer time. They're like, can't do, hammer time. Deal with it. Swashbuccaneer, howdy. I love the content channel, and thank you to Ashraf. Ashraf is like glorious gifter. That man is crazy. I do appreciate it though. Crazy, the good kind of crazy, you know. Okay, where are you coming, Mr. Hellborn? There we go. Like against this guy, I'm just happy when I actually have all my cooldowns to get the bonus damage reduction because we don't accidentally want to die. Sorry, lad. I can't be with you in a team, my friend. No. I wish we could. But I'm on a mission. I'm not allowed to take on assistance. Level 30, ladies and gentlemen. Isn't level 30 the second enchantment? I mean, technically we should take the Exploding enchantment, but having it teleport is most likely better. Let's go down. You're such a kind of streamer. You read every chat and give solid feedback. It's hard, DDD. I mean, especially when you're multi-streaming and you have multiple chat to really read every message. I know we've been missing stuff. Like when we were playing Dune and there was almost a goddamn 1,000 people on YouTube. And usually the YouTube chat is more quiet than Twitch chat. So when you say like Twitch is the place where you go to communicate, that's usually true, right? So Twitch is where all the talk happens and Twitch is where people are more active. But I gotta say for Dune Awakening, it was the other way around, right? The Twitch was awkwardly silent, but the YouTube chat was like, oh. And you're like, okay, sir, I see your message. Like, you like, stand still. There's 4 more people before you that really need an answer right now. That was the first. I mean, it's cool that this first, like, that after, like, 12 years of content creation, you still have these firsts, right? Because usually after all this time, like, there's not many more firsts happening, right? That you get, like, some unique first-time experiences. But that was cool. Ja? Na, ein Moment bitte. They were getting hungry upstairs, Chad. Remember the pizza they asked for? Well, they were like, where's the pizza? Why can you speak German? I am the German. Ah, great. This is what I came here for, Chad. To teleport into a Helltide and have the game kill me. I was just waiting for my moment. Okay, we got the brand new stuff. Let's open some things. You usually don't do hardcores there, right? No, I never do hardcore. And the only reason we're doing hardcore right now, because this was the only way how I could do the Solo Self-Found experience. Okay? There was no other way for me to do Solo Self-Found than by actually playing hardcore. Because otherwise, I would have had to buy myself an account, a second Steam account that has like the expansion and the campaign done and renown already farmed, because I don't have the time to off stream, get a new account, beat the campaign, beat the renown to kind of like make any resemblance of a Solo Self-Found experience, right? Is it faster to level Hydrosauric or Pulverized Druid? I'd say Hydrosauric. Pulverized Druid is really powerful, but in the beginning you will have some essence issues that you'll have to catch up to, whereas the Pulverized Sword just really never has any kind of essence issue in that regard, right? Like, you're just always mana'd up, and there's never a reason why you don't have mana. You know what? These double caches are really nice. Not gonna lie. Okay, chat, we got an Azure Wrath. But it's like low item power, so we can't actually use it. Pronunciation is so good in English compared to Rob. Well, Rob probably wasn't a year in America, my friend. Also, he has his own charm. At least he doesn't mumble. The worst thing you can do as a creator is mumble. Like, no one wants to hear you eat words. Please say words, right? Say them, pronounce them, speak. This is why you play offline. Solo Self-Found. I mean, honestly, Solo Self-Found is, for me personally, just the way to enjoy games. That's why I also can't wait for the next season of Path of Exile 2. That's going to be a whole damn vibe. Especially since this time in Path of Exile 2, we actually have to start from the beginning again. So we really have to start from zero, right? And we have to make our way forward. Oh, Helltide Commander, no problem. I have come to help you, sir, because you seem to be a bit fuzzed there. And you didn't seem to be able to hold your own. So I has come to save your booty hole. Good. We just need to do that event and then we're done. Let's open some more chests. I mean, we're 33. That means we can start doing the strongholds. And then fast track our way to 60. So today we will definitely reach 60, undoubtedly. Oh, what? Hydra deals 2.2 decrease. What the fuck? 2.2 already. A good roll on the aspect. I mean, that's 2.2 out of 3 possible. That's pretty nasty, Chan. Like, for real. Holy moly. Damn. A serpentine aspect this good, this early. Was pretty damn nice. I mean, and the unique stuff on top. So let's actually get the ooze fully leveled up. Because I luckily have reactive ooze already, right? You kind of need that. Hydra Armenian Necromancer, which goes further in the pit. The Hydra goes further in the pit. But it also does need very heavy masterworking to go further in the pit. So possible, but still hard to progress at some point. Welcome to hardcore, total different speed and feel. I mean, right now there has been no difference between hardcore and softcore. At least, like, I just don't play different. I'm how do I say this right now? Like, blame my brain for that, because I just can't care more than I do, right? Like, for me, it's like, and then if I almost die, I'm like, oh wow, I'm actually playing hardcore, and then, you know, that's just how it is. Like, I can't really care much more. If something unfortunate happens, something unfortunate happens. Well, what can I say? Ah, there, the event happened. I was waiting for this to trigger. Great explanation. Well, it's just the way how it works, right? I mean, are you really running around in hardcore? You're like, oh man, I could die. I could die. No, I could die. You gotta have a certain level of confidence. You gotta understand how strong your character is. You gotta know how much power you're actually bringing to the table, right? Are you going to farm Belial? No, I was. So this is a solo self-found journey, so I'm not going to buy dupe materials. I'm not going to trade with players. I will play the game as it's intended to be played by the casual player. Okay, so we will do a journey where I play the game and I try to get the most out of the game without any outside influence, to just like show once and for all how much is actually possible if you like know what you're doing, kind of, right? So instead of beating the game with like advanced trading knowledge, beat the game with actual game knowledge, right? once in a while. Do we have a C rune? Ton, Tal, Sir. I mean, we got Sir, which is amazing, but we're still missing C because you want to have C that I can start summoning wolves, because Sir C in the beginning is like really powerful. Oh man, I didn't want to open another chest, but I'm almost like at 75 offering again, huh? Well, we should kill these bosses, but before I kill these bosses, I'm going to go to Brona quickly. Doom Mat is crazy. It's not. It's like, I mean, so how do I say this now? Like 1 hour into the season or 2 hours into this season, you can more or less already buy 1 billion gold, right? How is that? How does that make sense? Tell me.
I'm out of options. He takes and takes and takes.
I know Hydra can push further, but I hate that everyone has that Hydra. Everywhere's Hydra. I thought about either going for Druid or Hydra, but you know, Hydra is the strongest, matter of fact, right now. So it does make sense to also, for a solo self-found journey, to play a strong build. Like, how do I put this? If you play solo self-found and you also choose to play the weakest build this season, then you're just asking for pain. Right? That's like riding a bicycle and throwing a stick in between the wheels and saying like, "Oh man, Blizzard did this to me." Right? You better choose like a strong build. Chain lightning is a fun build. It is a fun build. There are tons of fun builds. But Solo Self-Found usually requires you to play somewhat of a stronger build, because otherwise the path to power might be too hardcore, convoluted, not there. Common sense? Common sense is rare these days. A rare commodity. Most of the gamers buy boss key duplication. Do you consider it cheat? No, absolutely not. I don't consider the boss key binding cheating for one simple reason. If the game, like, if the game wouldn't have such a shitty boss mat layer system that would not require you to hope that you're being ambushed, that would not require you to actually farm Belial because normal bosses don't actually drop what you need from them. If this wouldn't all be actually in the game, if you could just play the game as you want to play the game, well then like you wouldn't require to buy boss mats, right? If I could farm Duriel, and Duriel would actually drop greater affix items, but he doesn't. Duriel doesn't drop greater affix items. Only Belial drops them with a frequency that makes you not want to just tear your hair out, right? I mean, Blizzard could also do one interesting thing. You know what Blizzard could do? Chad? They could make boss materials not tradable. Imagine. Let's just assume for a second. Blizzard like, oh, so we made boss materials not tradable. But bam. Good choice, Blizzard. Why do boss materials have to be tradable? Give me a reason. I mean, obviously, you want to trade with your friends, like if they need to do Beast of Ice and you need to do Lord Zur, right? But then again, everyone kind of ends up doing Belial anyway, so also, ta-da. The lower tier 4 bosses seem to drop worse than their tier 3 counterparts. It's not that tier 4 bosses drop less than tier 3 bosses. It is that in tier 4... in world tier 4, when I kill a world tier 4 boss, the hardest world tier, I don't want to see a 750 item. I am sorry. I just killed a Torment 4 boss. Right? Your uniques should have greater affixes. Because I did not come for Torment 4 bosses to get, like, Torment 1 loot. At this point, Blizzard is literally forcing people to buy materials just by game design, right? And that's the worst part about it. It's not that gamers are being difficult, right? Right? Usually, sometimes gamers are just twats. Okay, let's be real. Gamers can be the biggest twats ever. They literally want everything to, like, just dropped in their lap without even trying. But that's not one of these cases, right? This is one of these cases where the company just missed the mark by a lot. Are you from East Germany? No, I'm not from East Germany. I'm actually born in the north of Germany, below the Danish border. TMI? TMI. Can't accept you German because of your language skills. It's quite normal in the European countries to speak more than one language. Always that funny part, you know, where you, like, someone is trying to ridicule for your pronunciation while often not speaking more than one language. You're like, sir, how can that be? Right? How can you even try to do that? Can you speak Danish then? No. But you can kind of understand Danish, like, to a degree. You can't understand Swedish. Swedish is, like, too off the shot. Like, you can actually almost read Danish if you speak German and English and maybe a bit of French, I guess. It somewhat makes sense. Yeah, you can read a little Danish, exactly. I mean, I can read Dutch too and understand most of it, because it's kind of like German and English, and then you throw a little bit of whatever random language in, and then you kind of have like Dutch in writing. No offense, Dutchland, you know what I'm talking about. I tried to finish 100 pit. I did it over and over again, but when I finished it did not feel good, not rewarded. Something is missing. That's because pit farming is not a fun activity. Masoon. I mean, pit is literally there to level your glyphs. The pit is a tool, right? The pit isn't a chase, right? You don't do something to reach the pit. You pretty much do pit 100 to level up your glyphs further, to then level up your glyphs further, to level up your glyphs further, and so on. So that has always been my problem with pit being our lodestone. Blizzard is obviously working on new endgame mechanics, but again, I wouldn't expect new endgame mechanics before the expansion, because right now they're busy with reworking the core gameplay loop. So we're getting the Infernal Hordes reworked, right? We're getting the we get Nightmare Dungeons reworked. We'll get Strongholds reworked, hopefully not. But I wouldn't count on actual new endgame content before the expansion. Also a good reason to actually buy the expansion, if we're honest with each other, right? If they're like, hey, so here comes the new expansion and you're going to get to play female paladin. It has to be female paladin, right? Can't be male paladin, chat. So you're gonna get to play female paladin or Valkyrie, for example. And there's also new endgame loop. Here, 40 bucks. Pay me right now, you little shit. Right? I mean, we all know that's going to happen. Like, tell me I'm wrong. To my face. More burning damage? The burning damage is insane. More like 19, no, the expansion is probably going to cost 40 again. I mean, last expansion was 40. This expansion should most likely be 40. I mean, you never know until you know, right? But I would be genuinely surprised if it was more than that. As long as they get rid of the soul spires in the Infernal Hordes. Well, I mean, like, they wouldn't have to get rid of soul spires if they just generally made things a bit more interesting around the soul spires. Like, I just genuinely hope that for the Infernal Horde rework, they're gonna take it too far. So I was hoping in Infernal Hordes, like, currently you can have like 5 Hellborn, 6 Hellborn hunting you if you're really lucky, right? I would like to be hunted by 20 Hellborn. Like, you can have 2 bosses spawning, like you have 2 different boss spawn thingies, right? Where teaming bosses and bosses are hunting you. But I want like double the amount, quad the amount of bosses. Like you pop something and there's like 6 or 7 bosses pulling out, all doing different effects, and you just blast them into pieces. What are your hopes for Season 10? Well, you don't actually have to have hopes for Season 10, Masoon, because if you think about it, in 3 weeks or so, we should already have the test server. I mean, we're currently in the 3rd week of the season. This season goes until October, the start of October. But if we're getting a PTR, and if the PTR is not clashing with Path of Exile 2, please, for the love of God, Diablo, don't do this to me, because I will have to ditch the PTR. So yeah, because Path of Exile 2 is at the end of August, but the end of August would also be too late for a test server. So for a test server to have a meaningful impact, it needs to happen mid-August, right? Like I'm kind of like 2nd or 3rd week of August. I'm counting to that we actually do see the test server, and I would be overjoyed because then I get to test like the new Infernal Horde stuff, right? And at least I'd have something to do. So, like, things are right around the corner, so to say. Blizzard should launch the new chases on August 30, dude. I mean, you can only hope that Blizzard is at least smart enough. I did warn the devs. I was like, hey, devs, just be aware. This is when the next Path of Exile 2 patch is. Now, I know that Blizzard often is like, we're big enough. We don't have to care about other games. And they're not wrong. I just still hope they do, right? By making people, like, choose, you know, it's always like that. I think in between somewhere is also Path of Exile update again. No, Path of Exile, Last Epoch update. But let's be fair, Last Epoch always gets forgotten. You know, it's like everyone, like no one schedules around Last Epoch. Last Epoch got a schedule around everyone else. It's actually really bitter for the developers, right? I think this year they already had to twice move something around because like someone else was doing something there. That's definitely not a good feeling, right? It's like, oh yeah, we're so excited for our game. Yeah, so listen, we're Diablo 4, and we would really like you to actually move your game around, sir. You know, I mean, like, no hate. Like, we don't hate you, but we would really like you to actually, you know. Last Epoch launches during Gamescom. Not sure what inspired that. I mean, it's better to launch during Gamescom than after it, Robert, because after it you get Path of Exile 2, and let's be fair, a lot of the Last Epoch players are also Path of Exile players, so again, they're gonna not do themselves a favor. Nike, thank you for the subscription and support. Thank you for the 88 months. Also, Bezzy, thank you for the gifted sub. Appreciation. I can't wait for Gamescom personally. I've been having actually so many invites to dinners and everything already. I'm going to be seeing the Dune people, so the Dune devs. We got something with the PUBG offices because they're cooking something also on a slow flame. The Crafton Union. There's some intriguing stuff happening behind the scenes. We got a couple of unannounced games that we're going to see, Chad. I hope that we get to see something about a Red Desert. That was also supposed to be somewhere this year, I guess. Maybe there's even NeoWiz there with Lies of P2, because we just got the Lies of P DLC, but we're actually waiting for Lies of P2 if we're honest with each other. So quite some things around the corner. Loot filter is a must. Well, so the thing about Diablo is that Diablo does not need a loot filter, and you know why? Because greater affix items are the loot filter. correct me if I'm wrong, right? So in Path of Exile 2 or Path of Exile, I agree. Like, without a loot filter, the games are trash. Like, they're not even fun anymore. You just hate it, right? At this point, I only pick up greater affix items, and the rest is just salvage for materials, and that's it, right? That's just how it goes for me, personally. Is my pet even picking up things? I have a pet equipped, right? But why do I not have a pet equipped? Oh, great. That's what I want to see. I want to see the game lagging when I'm trying to equip a pet. Fantastic Diablo. Okay. Cool. That was totally not in any way concerning, right? At this point, normal affix items could definitely be salvaged. Okay, let me teleport out for a second before this goes awkward. Check your Thames. No, I wish it was my Thames. This has been like the Diablo experience for quite a while now. With no matter the PC, you know? That's like, as soon as you go into town and you get into contact with other players, it's literally the contact with other players that made things worse. Like, it seems to be the whole system of like loading another player's inventory has only gotten like amplified, annoying wise. Like there, my pet is equipped. What the fuck? This literally just didn't show. Memory leak, yeah, they're like, I don't know what they did this season. I don't know how a patch can destroy things so badly. But it's either like when another player enters your range, because like, so in case you missed this, chat, at the beginning of Diablo, this was the big decision why we couldn't have more stash tabs. Because what's happening is that whenever you meet a new player, you actually load their inventory. I know, what? That sounds crazy, but you do. So everything they have in their stash, your system loads. So that's why when you're running across players, like it might stutter, like when actually someone enters your range. And like, I don't know if this is still 100% the case, right? But that used to be the case. Why like more stash tabs was never an option, because they really botched their database system for this game. Now, I don't understand enough about coding to make a call if this is like completely crazy. How could this ever happen? Blah, 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 you know? But for a game that was supposed to be this cool, massive multiplayer experience, to then have something like this happening just seems a tad weird, right? Like, how can this game that was supposed to be a massive multiplayer experience then struggle in that kind? That doesn't really make much sense to me. Oh, level 40, ladies and gentlemen. Would you look at that? The man, the myth, the legend. Pulling that out of my head. Imagine you had to load everyone's banks in World of Warcraft and we would die. So yeah, that's just something on the side note in case you never knew this, or you never wanted to know this, because it's like something you really don't want to know. Because it kind of makes you sad. You're like, what the fuck? Is the only proper reaction that I'm expecting, right? Anything but what the fuck is inappropriate. Okay, we finally got C for wolves, and we got Sir to make the wolves. Okay, chat? So now by spamming our skills, we make cool wolves, and cool wolves will then help us survive. Awesome balls, ain't it? You know what we should pick? Also the heal when we're standing around, because if something like that lag ever happens again, we're at least safey, right? What is the #1 wish you want for the expansion? Obviously more content, right? But that's like such an old wish at this point that is that even a wish, right? So yes, we want more content. We want to have something to grind for, any kind of endgame system. That would be already be fantastic, right? Anything that gives you a reason to become strong. Because right now, the only reason to become strong is to beat Torment 4, and as soon as you have beaten Torment 4, you're done. And I know we all suffer from this problem, right? So any kind of chase, any kind of reason to exist, any kind why we're doing all of this. But that's like the standard most generic one you could have, and it's also the standard most generic thing the game should have. At the same time, what can I say? It's really hard to not want that. But what I really want, okay, so now apart from the end game, because the end game choice is like, that's just such a generic cotton candy answer, right? I would like to see the skill tree reworked. And when I talk about skill tree rework, I want every skill to be viable, but I also want some more depth, some more variety. I mean, ways to change the element of stuff properly. Like, right, that my shadow skills can be physical skills or fire skills too. That my fire skills could be ice skills or lightning or whatsoever, like for Sorg. Something more like, can I make an ice hydra? Can I make a lightning hydra? Is something like this maybe feasible, right? That sounds interesting to me personally. Use a mouse macro for what? No. Macros are cheating. How minuscule they also ever seem. Right? If I can't do it with 2 buttons, then I don't deserve it to do it with a 1 button. Might be a bit old-fashioned about that, but that's just